as a finalist today because he has already earned some and enough incentivization to Prasad.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Devi Prasad. I am Additional Commissioner of Rural Development from the state of Andhra Pradesh. The rural development of Andhra Pradesh state has quite a few state-of-the-art interventions in the field of rural development, and the Smart Card project is one of them. Earlier, before I came to this project, I was head of the Social Audit Society, and the Social Audit of Andhra Pradesh for the NREGA program is also a national model. And now for the Smart Card project, this is the largest biometric payment system, pre-Aadhaar. Aadhaar is a thing of the future. It is in the still evolution stage. So, next please. And financial exclusion is a reality that we are all fighting, and I hope in the next 2 years we will overcome this challenge quite a bit. So more than 50% of the rural poor are excluded from any banking services. Next. So this project, Smart Card project in AP, started as a state intervention in the field of financial inclusion. We have a requirement of paying 70 lakhs of pensioners every month across the state, and also more than 1 crore of NREGA wage seekers. These are all the poorest of the poor, and these NREGA wage seekers have to be reached every week to make their payment for the wage. We have a weekly master. Next. And this last mile banking network, we have adopted the business correspondent model, and we have involved near about 10-11 banks and 8 service providers. We have chip-based interventions as well as non-chip-based interventions also. So we have a customer service provider at every village point. We have a very strong SHG women movement, you know that. So we have taken advantage of that. We have insisted that every customer service provider at the village point would be one of the educated SHG women. Next. So these are the next. This is the process diagram. So what happens is we contract all the interested banks, and banks they appoint their technology providers as well as business correspondents. They go out and enroll and issue smart cards, and after the enrollment, of course, the smart card is issued. Next page. This is the business cycle process diagram. Both for pensions as well as wages, we issue electronic pay orders. We have a very strong electronic financial management system. That's another role model for the entire country. So all our transactions go through electronic mode only. We don't use any checks at any point. In our department, for all the payments which happen across all the villages, we have near about 1,300 payment officers who are all working with digital keys and digital signatures. And so we raise the electronic pay orders and send it along with the physical evidence to the banks, and banks in turn pass on to business correspondents, and business correspondent reaches it to the ultimate remote villages also, and these are handled by the customer service providers. They make the payment and give the feedback and return on this person. Next. So this is again the mobile based. We have both mobile based and POS based. Next please. Yeah. So this is the POS based platform. Both options we have used because there are we have not, as a pioneer, we don't have any one successful model because we have to experiment with all models go with them, test them, some fail, some succeed. So a lot of experimentation has gone into this effort for the last 4 years, and so we have stabilized this process and almost reached 80-85% of the stage into the remote villages also in most of the districts, and a few villages still remain where we have to reach the services. But enrollment process has started in all the villages in the state. Next. So how we did it? We went into 6 mandals. Mandal is the basic intermediate level Panchayat Raj institution, which is unit of administration in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So we selected 6 mandals where we did the pilot. After that, we selected 6 districts and rolled out in the service area approach, where some of the banks did not come forward, so the projects got delayed. So this is a technology intensive project also. Did not happen all that too easily for the banks to innovate and come into this. So we adopted the one district, one bank approach, and we rolled out in the remaining 16 districts. And this is the overall progress. We have 22 rural districts. In Hyderabad, 23rd district, we only have pension intervention. We don't have NREGA because it's a rural program. So there are the 21,800 villages, of which we have started payments in 18,789. And we have so far enrolled 142 lakhs of people and issued 134 lakh cards. And so far we have paid through this system 5,146 crores of rupees money. And the last 4 months alone, I did 2,000 crores. So that's the largest payment ever in such a short period of time. Imagine this is the largest amount of cash that ever flowed into the remotest of rural villages in all history. And for this we had to, a lot of people had to work hard. The entire banking system had to be geared up for this. Next please. Yeah, so a lot of challenges we faced. It has not been an easy journey because a lot of constraints are there. Connectivity is a big issue even today. So we adopted the offline payment mode and the software, hardware, because we had to do it as a pioneer. A lot of difficulties were there, but we could get over them, most of them. And we are still fine-tuning the whole thing, and we are also doing some process engineering to improve the efficiency of the system. And cash management, as you know, is not geared up by, it's an RBI function, it's a central bank function. They manage the cash, they print the cash, they make it available at the district point. Generally, all the currency chests are located only at the district point. From there, large quantities of money have to be drawn and distributed all across the district. You know, the rural branches are not capable of giving that quantity of cash. They don't have that kind of cash limit. So cash has to flow from the district headquarters, and people have to physically carry it to the remote villages. And for that, we have appointed mandal correspondents. Of course, they are agents of the business correspondents. This mandal coordinator, he serves a group of 20 to 30 villages. So he carries the cash from the district headquarters to the rural area, to the village point, and hands it over to the field. So this is how we have managed it so far, and a lot of issues are there. Next, please. Yeah. So service area system has indeed been a great constraint, because one constraint is not all service area banks are ready to take up a technology survey intervention like this, and what happens is in a particular administrative area, 3-4 banks are working. They are serving, say, 5 to 6 villages each. So for them to set up the entire system with district coordinator, mandal coordinator, and PSP network, it has not been easy. So this service area approach has not really served us well. So that is one of the experience I can share. Next. So technology actually now has come of age in India. I can perhaps say that. So it is subject to so many qualifications have gone there. Still, this national optical fiber network is 2 years away, and the quality of service is still falling short. Actually, we have to take services to the rural poor, and we have to give it at affordable cost. So that's what I feel next week. So, a lot of things are happening in the field of financial inclusion. All the nationalized banks have gone on a cluster approach and have floated the RFPs and selected the service providers. They are expecting a lot of things to happen. And with the Aadhaar-based platform also, I think a lot of changes will come in the field of financial inclusion. So that is it. An effort from the state of Andhra Pradesh. It's a free Aadhaar effort, the largest ever. Something, a lot of lessons will go to the Aadhaar-based payment also. I thank you for this opportunity.